It's 2025. You have a watch and you'd like to sell it fast and you'd like to sell it for fair market value. Here are 5 tips that we would recommend. Today we're going to cover how to sell your watch fast and for the highest value possible. I have been buying and selling pre-owned watches for 14 years, and these are the tips and tricks that I would recommend to you. Number 1, prepare your watch. To prepare your watch, I'd highly recommend go ahead and grab your watch. Grab it and do a simple clean onto it. Just make it look somewhat decent in the pictures. Go and look for any box and papers associated with it. Look for any links that you can possibly have. Every link could be a difference between $20, $100. In cases of gold watches, it could be $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $1,500 for some rare models. Once you have all of those pieces, also look for the original purchase receipt. Some people will not care for it, but it does increase the value. It helps prove ownership. It helps de-risk the buyer from purchasing it from you. So once you have all the pieces, go ahead and take some good pictures. Now, what do we mean by good pictures? When I'm buying a watch, one of the most important things that I need to know is the condition of the dial, the condition of the hands, the condition of the crystal. One nice focus shot here is what's needed. If you have a nice shot with this frame, makes life much easier. Regarding the bracelet, if you have a nice shot of the bracelet stretch, it helps determine the condition. A picture like this would be perfect. Now, the picture will look different depending on the type of watch you have. This is an oyster bracelet. Typically, it's a nice condition. It doesn't stretch out too much. It does happen, but they hold better than Jubilee bracelets. Here's a Jubilee bracelet with some stretch. It's still viable, but it's stretched out. Some people will not be too crazy for this type of watch, but also depends on the year of the watch. Now, in the case of leather straps, we would need to know how it looks on the outside. So one picture here would be nice, and one picture on the other side would be great. If you want to take it a next step, you can have a picture on the inside here. Showing the condition well can mean the difference between a watch that needs a leather strap and a watch that has a viable leather strap. Some straps to replace will be $300 to $600 from the manufacturer. Aftermarket straps can be $50 to $100, so it depends on the type of watch and if it can receive aftermarket parts easily or not. Can the dealer find some aftermarket parts for it or not? Some will only want to go original, and if this is original and in good condition or not makes a huge difference of hundreds of dollars. Continuing with the bracelet, if you have a shot like this, you can show how many links the bracelet has. By showing how many links, how many screws it has, it makes life much easier understanding how large that bracelet actually is. It works the same for oyster bracelets. Step 3, go ahead and offer it to multiple websites. There are great companies out there. The 2 that come to mind that I'd highly recommend with my eyes closed, 1916 company. If you go onto their website, you click sell, there's a form to fill out. You fill it out, put in these pictures that we're talking about, and add any additional information. If you mention the box, the papers, there's extra links, the original purchase receipt, anything else that you can include in that picture description, it helps increase the value of that watch and prove ownership. The more accessories that someone shows me that they have, it helps lower the risk. Once the risk is lowered, I feel comfortable paying higher. Another great company is SwissWatchExpo.com. The owners are fabulous people. The team there, they're incredible. If you go ahead and fill out their form, they'll go ahead and give you an offer. You'll have that offer and you can ship it into them. Another great website you can show it to is watchstocks.com. Of course, our website also has that form. You can fill it out, and typically we have an offer sent to you within 1 to 6 hours of the submission. Step 4, let's say you received an offer, you liked it, you want to go ahead and ship it in. When it comes to shipping, if you want to be very detailed and safe, you can record yourself while you're closing up the package. Show the contents inside, show that you're putting on that tape. In case, God forbid, that package is stolen, you have proof that you actually shipped out this watch and the contents inside of it. Typically, most companies will use FedEx. FedEx labels are great. If you have a FedEx label, I would highly recommend grabbing that watch, grabbing that shipment, and taking it to a FedEx location, not using any Staples location or Walgreens or any other ship center. Go ahead and only go to FedEx authorized stations where they have great cameras everywhere and they have extra security. You can drop it off there and get a receipt. Once you have that receipt, you prove with that tracking number when it was delivered. Let's say you ship the watch. It has now arrived. Typically, most companies will require around 1 day to maybe 2 business days to have the watch opened up by their watchmakers. We have 3 in-house watchmakers. Typically, all packages get inspected data entered and estimated by the watchmaker same business day. But sometimes FedEx arrives at around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. It only gives us a few minutes to a few hours to process everything and have it inspected. It takes time. Then the paperwork takes a little bit of time afterwards. Once the estimate is done, the company will reach out, confirm the final value. It will either stay or be adjusted slightly. The main things that can surprise a buyer and cause an adjustment on the offer is a large servicing requirement. If, for example, a watch like this Omega Speedmaster requires a service, it is typically a couple $100s to get it done. If this watch requires a part, many places cannot acquire these parts, or they may have to send it directly to Omega to get something done. This is the most common way to have a headache, surprising us. When we make offers, we assume that there's going to be some type of servicing required, but if the servicing job is too large, then it becomes difficult to consume all of that cost. At that point, we can either offer a secondary offer or just offer to send it back completely, our cost on the shipping labels. Most companies work in the same type of format. Once you're confirmed with the final value, you're happy, you would then go ahead and have the option to be paid either with a wire transfer or a check being sent in the mail. Typically, I'd highly recommend sending a wire transfer. Some companies will mail a check out. We prefer to do a wire transfer. It's much easier for the records, it's quicker, you'll have it within 1-2 hours, sometimes even faster than that, sometimes within minutes. The money is deposited directly into your bank account. We only need the bank account and routing information, your information to get everything done. I'd highly recommend to shop different websites. Now, of course, I would prefer come to our site, show it once, and accept our offer. It's a beautiful world. But we understand you'd like to maximize your offers, and keep in mind that if someone has 5 watches in stock of that same exact model, they're probably not going to want to buy a 6th model into that lineup. They'll want to sell through the 5 that they already have existing. If another company has 0 of these watches in stock, they'll probably want to spend more to try and acquire it. So, simple supply and demand. You may offer that same watch to 3 different companies, and 1 month, company A can pay more. The second month, company B might pay more. It all depends on what they need. Someone can also have a retail client ready for the sale. In that case, we work even tighter on margins because it's a guaranteed sale. It's going to arrive and it's going to be shipped out within a day or a few days, depending on the service work needed. So these are the 5 tips that I'd highly recommend that you consider to sell your watch fast and to sell for high value. If you have any other tips and tricks that you'd like to share with your fellow collectors, please let them know down in the comments. Take a look at watchstocks.com for fresh new arrivals. Please remember to subscribe and like the video. Thank you. We'll see you again.